नित्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Sri Mahants, Mahants, Tanidars, Kotaris, sitting with us all over the world through Nityananda TV, Sadhana TV, Ara TV, and two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha. Cities sitting with us, two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha. Hyderabad, Gupta Kashi, China, Hong Kong, Indrani, New Jersey, Trinidad, Tobago, Chicago, Singapore, Houston, Vancouver, Tiruvannamalai, Dakota Dunes, Charlotte, Sri Salem, Warrington, UK, San Antonio, Texas, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, Bangalore North, Rajapalayam, Toronto, Tirukkayilayam, Guadalupe, San Jose, Oklahoma, St. Louis, Kuala Lumpur, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Melbourne, Los Angeles, Chennai, Tiruvanmiyur. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings after so many days. So get ready for a blast. I'll continue on the Isavasya Upanishad 6th verse. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanupashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tatona vijugupsate. Listen. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanupashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tatona vijugupsate. One who indeed lives by seeing as it is the whole existence, all unmanifest and manifest beings existing in the consciousness itself and the consciousness existing in the whole existence, thus does not feel violated or hates anything existing by virtue of not seeing oneself as separate from the consciousness. Listen. Today I am taking completely a different route for you to experience this truth. If you think this stone is too big, based on this stone, you will compare everything else. Oh, that stone is smaller than this. That stone is equivalent to this. This stone is little bigger than this. So based on the stone which attracted your attention, due to its qualities, based on that you will compare all other stones, everything around it, and try to grasp, understand. That is what exactly you are doing in your life. You try to gauge, study, cognize, understand everything based on the idea I, aham. The I is the most heaviest thing which you perceived in your life. You are literally in love with it. Understand? The I which you perceive, the I which you experience the moment you wake up till the moment you fall into deep sleep, Even after that, in the dreams, sometime even in the deep sleep, the I which you are perceiving, experiencing, you feel it is so heavy, so important, so glorious. Because only with that, the support of that and that's existence, you are able to perceive and enjoy, have all the moments, and able to relate with existence. Listen. What you perceive as I, it is enchanting, mesmerizing, so useful, most useful than anything else, because anything else is perceived because of that I. Your hand is useful to touch somebody, your eyes are useful to see something, your tongue is useful to taste something, your ears are useful to hear something, your nose is useful to smell something, just because of that I existing and functioning, operating. That is why so much you grasp that I. You just possess that I. You grab that I. So much of greed to keep it functioning. So much of fear to lose it. Everything functions centered on that, because that is too heavy, too big, too much for you. Listen. Because that is the first useful thing in your life, you are just in love with it. You just celebrate it. You enjoy it. I am not saying it is wrong. It is great. It is great. But just you need to know the quality of that I which you are celebrating. Unfortunately, because of the utility value of that I, you are celebrating it, not the quality of it. Please listen. Because of the quality, the utility value. Understand? More and more you celebrate the I because of the utility value, more and more your life becomes dead. More and more you start understanding the quality of the I, the more and more your life becomes alive. Even in relationship, listen. The husband, if he is looked as a utility value, just providing security, the relationship will become more and more dull and dead in course of time. But if you look at his quality, which makes him provide security to you, more and more you will fall in love with him. Same way with wife. If she is just a utility value for some household responsibilities or for pacifying your lust, the relationship will become more and more dull and dead by the days passing. But if you look at her qualities, which is providing all these services to you, whether it's a household responsibilities or fulfilling your lust or filling you with a love, whatever, if you see her quality, which is utility value for you, which is translating as utility value for you, the relationship will become more and more depth, sweet. you will fall in love more and more. Understand the same principle. If you look at your son just as the utility value, future security, the relationship will become more and more dull, more and more dead, more and more frozen. If you look at his quality, which makes him useful to you as a future security, the more and more you will fall in love with him. Listen, just a small shift. Do not go on cognizing anything based on utility value, whether your attachment or detachment or fear. Let things not be functioning based on utility value. When you look at the quality, the life becomes totally different. I tell you, if you look at your life based on your utility value, then just your eyes are important. You can see by using. Ears are important. You can listen. Tongue is important. You can taste. All these are utility value. Please do not reduce your consciousness to just the utility value. It is like when we were kids. If somebody asks me, what is bank? I'll say, which is next to candy shop. What is bank? Oh, it is next to candy shop. Because for me, the candy shop was the more important, useful, prominent aspect of my life than the bank. So I reduced the whole bank just to next to candy shop. Definition of bank is next to candy shop. What bank means to me? Next to candy shop. That is exactly the mistake you will be doing if you measure consciousness, if you define consciousness based on the utility value you are having in your life. If you measure the value of I in every one of you based on the utility value, you will be doing exactly this mistake of defining bank as next to candy shop. Now, I still remember for quite a long time, there was an elderly lady next door near the house where I was born and brought up, my Purvashram house. That old lady, she will go to bank once in a while to put money or collect money. For her company, she will call me. I was a kid, so I'll walk with her. And every time we go there, she will buy a candy for me. So all I know is if you go to bank, you will get candy. And that was the definition of bank for me for quite a long time. I'm telling you, it was very, very, very late. Maybe I can say at the age of 15 only I realized bank is a place where money is transacted. You put some money and take some money. Till then I know only one thing. If you go to bank with her, you will get candy. Understand? The cognition I had about bank was very immature. Same way, if you have the cognition about I based on the utility value you are having, your cognition is too low, I tell you. I am revealing you an important secret. Whether you are enlightened or not, whatever you are, after your eyes stops working, once you die, your eyes will stop working. But the eye which you are feeling now will be able to see everything without the eye you are having. That's the truth. You are always afraid, if this eye goes away, how will I see? No. The eye you are having, because of its quality, its ability to see, this eye is seeing. Not just because this eye is there. Listen, listen. You seeing through this eye is one of the utility value of that eye, but that eye is capable of seeing without even having this eye. Listen. I'll give another one example. You able to smell through these ears, through this nose, because I can do anything with any sense. I'm a little confused. I'll have to. You able to smell through this nose will not end when this nose stops breathing. It's a wrong belief you are carrying. Listen. I am talking very responsibly. I am not talking something stupid. And I am also responsible for all the beliefs I am planting in all of you. Later on, after I leave the body, I will be questioned. Did I do my job properly? So understand, I am very responsible for the job I am doing. So with all my responsibility, I am telling you, when this nose stops breathing, or when this becomes useless for you to smell, don't think you will lose the ability to smell. The eye which is in you has a capacity to smell anything, higher and lower frequencies which you can smell through this nose, even those frequencies you will be able to smell with the eye without the utility of this nose. Listen. Sound. The decibels you are able to hear using these ears. When this ears stops functioning, the eye you are having is capable of listening any decibel higher or lower and same, which you can hear through these ears. Understand? Then we will have a question. Why then deaf people are not able to hear? Please listen. They are assuming this body. When they are using one part of this body, they cannot use the other part of the body without the help of that part. When they don't have the whole body, when they renounce, the eye revives its original state and able to function without the restriction of the body. Listen. The constant belief you are having, this body has a great utility value. I am not saying no, it has utility value in this frequency, but the eye which you are having, by its very quality, it can do greater, better, experiential living without the utility of the body and mind which you think is very useful for you now. Understand? I am not saying this body, this mind is not useful now. It is useful. With that only I am even talking to you. it is useful in this frequency. I am only asking you to drop the fear. When this goes away, don't think you will lose all these abilities, which is a complete lie based on which you are thinking, fearing, or having greed. Let me use the word, new word, greeding. Whether you are greeding or brooding, based on this idea, it is a lie. Just this one understanding, looking at the quality which is becoming utility value for you in your life. Today, sit and pen down. This is the homework and subject for Vakyartha Sadas to all of you. All the relationships, all the things you think useful in your life. Pen it down, whether it's a person or object. For example, this Kamandalu. Why you keep this? Because it has a utility value of keeping water inside, storing water and drink. You can drink. But just for that sake, if you love this, any day if something else can replace the same utility value, you will drop it, you will throw it. The love will become dull, life will become dull. Listen, instead, look at its quality which becomes utility for you. Look at its quality which is becoming useful for you. Why it is useful for you to keep water in it? What is the qualities this one has? When you see the quality, you will start feeling the grandeur of this wow. Being just a seed of a tree, it has beautifully grown and able to keep the water without getting contaminated or spoiled. Look into the quality. It will start with utility only. But go into the depth and look into the quality. The more and more you see the quality, wow, the thickness, how it has formed itself, you will start falling in love with its qualities, with its existence. Then after that, even if you don't keep water in it, you will keep it just because its beauty and its love, why it exists. For its existence, it will have place in your life. Listen, I am just giving you one example of this Kamandalu. See a person who you feel important in your life and see his qualities which turned out to be utility for you. You will suddenly see your love is rejuvenated. Whether it is husband, wife, son, daughter, child, brother, father, mother, or guru. Many people look at me as a utility value, just healing, or giving some boon. If you are standing only on the periphery of the utility value, any day, if you get better utility value somewhere or something, you will just drop from me or drop me from your life. But if you see the quality which is becoming utility for you, suddenly again you are in love with the master. when you started relating with him. Exactly the repetition of in those days when I saw him first time. Repetition of those moments. Listen, when you look into the quality, you will just again raise in love. With everything, look into the quality which is becoming utility for you. And finally, turn towards your very I. What all its quality, which is lighting my eyes, making my ears active, making my nose alive, making my tongue taste. What is the quality of I which is making all this alive, which enlightens all this? Just ordinary flesh, 3 inch by 4 inch. How this gets the power to taste anything on the planet Earth? A small hole, how does it get the power to listen and categorize anything on the planet Earth? What is it that I which enlightens all this? And what is this I which makes me think million thoughts a moment and make me decide, handling such large data which even billion supercomputers can't do? What is it? Today, everyone, all of you should meditate on what is it, the quality of I which is so useful to me in my life in so many dimensions. In the physical level, mental level, emotional level, psychological level, in every level. What is the quality of I which is so useful? Which is so useful. Whenever you see the quality which is becoming so useful to you, you just fall in love with it forever. Forever. Knowing the quality of I, understand? As long as you are looking at only utility of I, you are aham. If you know the quality of I, you will realize you are shivoham. Because it is the quality of that I is becoming utility for you in so many ways. Just meditate on those qualities of you. I. What all those qualities? Why it is enlightening my eyes, enlightening my ears, enlightening my nose, enlightening my mouth? You are not accidental combination of hormones and chemicals, understand? Don't be defined by the stupid doctors. Any doctor who define you as just combination of hormones and chemicals is a quack doctor. Don't be fooled by them. No. There is something. The I as a quality which makes all this alive. Meditate on that quality. Actually, I cannot define what is that quality. When you meditate, you will just start enjoying it. Laya, Hridaya Laya will happen. You will just be one with that, in love with it. If you have seen me in Samadhi and how I speak, that is exactly the way you will feel. One Shivoham process, Pondicherry. 3 days I have not got out of my room. I was not sick. I wanted everyone to know. I was not sick. I was too well. That's all. I was too well. Now, from the time I started the Shivoham process, I am seeing just, even for me, it is like again falling in love with enlightenment. Again falling in love with Mahadeva. Because he never becomes old. It is never too late to be in love with Mahadeva. One of the biggest gift Mahadeva is giving to the world through me is Shivoham process. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Understand, the people who look at me only as a utility value will never be able to understand what goes on in the Shivoham process. People who look at me as the quality value only will catch what goes on in Shivoham process. Because I am transmitting why I am useful to so many, that why is being transmitted to you. What is it that is in me which heals people or does initiation or good or enlightening or giving this knowledge, whatever. What is it that is functioning in me and doing this job to every one of you? That I am transmitting. That is why people who look at me just as a utility value will not be able to recognize the greatness of Shivoham process. People who look at me as the qualities which I am carrying, which is turning and becoming useful to them, only they will recognize what I am contributing, what is being done in the Shivoham process. One Shivoham process, if so much can happen inside the generator, then understand what can happen into the generated. Now last, I think from this December I started. It is always next day in Samadhi. I was really thinking that I have settled down and I have become almost normal. No. Shivoham process is enough for me to be in Samadhi. Continuously. I can say the deeper and deeper levels of my beings getting opened up to the humanity is Shivoham process. The very qualities, what is me, that is being so useful to so many, is being opened up to everyone in Shivoham process. Understand? That's exactly the definition I'll give for Shivoham process. What is it that is so useful to so many, whether in the form of physical healing, mental healing, or spiritual truths, or psychological healing, or emotional healing, or spiritual enlightenment, or initiation, 1001 utility, or even administration training, that is being opened up to everyone, to everyone's biomemory and muscle memory. Pondicherry Shivoham is too good. It's really too good. That place where the Pondicherry ashram is, it's a 2000-year-old temple. It's a temple from Chola period. So the moment I started the Shivoham process, that original energizing done by Karuvurar woke up. That very energy field woke up, because energy field cannot be killed even if the deity is removed and the temple is removed. The energy field continues to exist as long as the Garbha is there, which is planted usually around some 40 to 50 feet down below the ground. So the Garbha is planted. Garbha means the solidified mercury with other traditional herbs, 30 to 40 feet depth. As long as that is there, energy field cannot be removed. And in Pondicherry ashram, still that is there. 8 Garbha is there inside. Means 8 Garbha mandirs Garbha is inside. It is there. So the moment I started the Shivoham process, all the 8 Garbhas came to life. It has come back to life. Now it is like a 9 Shivoham process going on. All these 8 supporting me. That is why whether those fellows sat inside the hall, outside the hall, everyone was jumping. One is in the center of the road and the other things are all around. One is exactly below the Garbha Mandir where I have installed Mahadeva. Now in Varanasi, when I am going to do Shivoham process, I don't know how many Garbhas are going to wake up. Because it is all around. Very conveniently, I can say at least 200 Garbhas are there in the Varanasi. At least 200. Very conveniently, comfortably, I can say. Pondicherry was too good. Just everything woke up. And now I know this 8 Garbha, you will see it will do like a, now it will, see when I did the Prana Pratishta, only that 1 Garbha woke up, which is under the Garbha Mandir. And now the whole 8 woke up. Now you will see how the Pondicherry ashram is going to flourish and how it is going to give boons and going to do so many good things to people. You will see now. It will become too popular. Because any fellow who walks into that ashram, prays, simply that will become reality. His prayer will be blessed, healing will happen, all miracles will happen left and right. Actually, there is a restroom in Pondicherry, just next to temple, next to Nityanand Sabha. I wanted to remove that. I did not want the restroom in that area. For Vastu reasons, I thought I'll shift it. After this process, I saw there's a Garbha below that. So any fellow uses that restroom will be healed now. I thought this is too much. I should not deny people this right. And come on, let it be there. No, it may look little very funny and stupid, but what to do? That is the way it is. Garbha is the energy battery planted by the enlightened beings before they install deities. All around Biddi, I have installed 108 Garbhas. In 108 places, the solidified the Garbha is installed in Biddi. Now we made it into compound wall. Earlier, under each pole I have installed. Look into the quality of I each one of you are carrying. What is it that enlightens all my senses and mind? Meditate on it, contemplate on it, think about it. The more and more you contemplate, think, the more and more you will understand it. Aham will become Shivoham. Yesterday, one of my Mahant was telling me, Swamiji, after the Vakyartha Sadas started in ET, it has become so alive. We are all enjoying it. First we thought, what can we speak? But finally we decided to listen to your words. Good. When the disciples listen to your words, not only they are saved, you are also saved. And she was telling, I never thought we will be able to think and speak so much. I encourage, I don't want to make it as a rule, I encourage more and more people participating in more and more Vakyartha Sadas. I also encourage more and more ashrams starting Vakyartha Sadasas. Every evening, more and more Vakyartha Sadas. All Mahants should start Vakyartha Sadas every evening. Evening, everyone will get free time. Nobody is going to work after 7. If you are working, then late evening. When you have finished your daily routine work, spend little time on Vakyartha Sadas. All our ashrams should have Vakyartha Sadas 7 to 8. Gurukul has a different time, that is okay for their routine. But all our ashrams, morning 7 to 8 satsang, evening 7 to 8 Vakyartha Sadas. Whoever can should participate. So understand, today in Vakyartha Sadas, everyone will explore the qualities which is becoming utility in your life. quality of I which is becoming utility, so useful. Then you will understand one of the important quality. Listen, why you are able to see everything, because you exist in everything. Why you are able to hear everything, because you exist in everything. Everything you see, you exist in that. Everything you taste, you exist in that. Everything you hear, you exist in that. Everything you can touch, you exist in that. When you look in, you will understand this verse. You exist in everything and nothing to be afraid of. Nothing to be afraid of. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanu pashyati sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tatona vijugupsati. Nothing in which you don't exist. You exist in everything that exists. You will come to that realization the moment you start meditating on what is that I. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Advaita, eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.